welcome to this week's episode of Pre-Match Drills. On the show this week, we catch up with Richard Kone. Andy Preston, the reporter for Reading Today, gives us the lowdown on this weekend's opponents, the Royals. Plus, we go back a season to relive our win there last season. A great day in Berkshire. But first, let's catch up with head coach Mike Dodds. Mike, sun's out, spring's here, the running's here. Big week for Wycombe Wanderers starting at Reading. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's going to be a really important game in the kind of journey through to the end of the season. Lads have come in, really fresh and bubbly and bright. I think the emotion from Tuesday night is slowly kind of seeping away, which I think's important. And our focus is obviously on Saturday against a really strong team at this level.
I think the stats came back from that game and then unrolled a bit as well. I think the most amount of attempts on goal by any team in League One this season. So looking to build on that against Reading.
Yeah, definitely. And listen, I could sit here and there's 3 or 4 of the stats which our team behind the scenes have pulled together and said it was the most in League One for this, it was the most in League One for that. But look, the reality is, I'm not naive. We play a Rotherham and probably weren't the best, and we played a Lincoln prior to that, which was a solid performance. I'd say it wasn't free flowing, and they've got big W's by those kind of results. Tuesday night as a draw by result, so people won't remember the performance. They will. It's time of season where people just want results, and I'm no different to that, and the players are no different to that. And that's why I think after the game I was really gutted for the players, because I couldn't criticise their effort, their endeavour. I couldn't criticise anything. In terms of the way we set up and prepared for the game. I thought they were really good. I think it was a really good performance, but ultimately we didn't put the ball in the back of the net, and there'll be a level of criticism for that, and that's fine. I understand the industry, I understand how it works, but what we have to do is we can't dwell on it. I think there was lots of positives from Tuesday night, and we've got to take a lot of the element of that into Saturday and also put the ball in the back of the net.
Our opponents, Reading, there's been lots going on off the pitch, has been well documented and continues to roll on. But the team have performed with all that going on in the background. Would you imagine that they've got a bit of a siege mentality, and that's how they've approached this season?
Yeah, definitely. I don't know off the top of my head, but they would be one of the most informed teams in the league, I would have thought. Obviously, their defeat the other evening I'm sure will galvanise them. They'll want to correct that. But obviously, in terms of all the stuff that's kind of gone off the pitch, I don't know a huge amount of detail around it. I've obviously been really focused on us and what we need to achieve. So, but look, they're a well-coached team. They're a well-drilled team. They've got a real identity in terms of the way they want to play. And I think when you have that, it gives yourself an opportunity at any level, really. So look, we know it'll be a difficult game. But as I always say, since I've come into the football club, one thing that I've not been surprised by, but one thing that it's been very aware of, is a lot of teams are showing us a huge amount of respect, and that's made it really difficult in the games. Unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on how you look at it, it's not little old Wycombe anymore. It's a really strong Wycombe team that is only going to get better with the ownership group and the infrastructure and the plans moving forward.
It's a team that's also got stuff on the line here because they're desperately trying to get in the top 6. They've got a really good shot of doing so as well. You talked about the pressure privilege thing a month ago, but they're experiencing the same, aren't they? Yeah,
definitely. We've got a number of those games coming up over this last little period, but they're the games that I want to be involved in, that we want to be involved in. So we certainly won't be running away or shirking any responsibility for that. And as I've always said, we've got to focus on us. If we do that, we've got the quality within our camp and within our dressing room to be as good as anyone on the day. So we should be going into this period fearing no one. And I've used this phrase a lot. We've got to take the handbrake off a little bit in some instances. I thought we did that on Tuesday night. I thought we were really free flowing, and I thought some of our play was outstanding. And I don't want to keep harping on about the other night, but we deserve so much more than what we got. So look, we'll go into these remaining fixtures not fearing anyone, regardless of what they've got to play for, what their situation is. We've got to focus on us, and we've got to be really focused on what we need to achieve in the games, which is making sure from now to end of the season we win the remaining games.
Lots on the line for both teams. Big stadium, big crowd, short trip for Wycombe fans. It should be a fantastic atmosphere. So a wonderful platform to play a game in.
Yeah, definitely. And what I want and what the team want is the Wycombe fans leave the stadium and have a really enjoyable Saturday evening, knowing that we've got some really important games after Saturday, which we'll need the fans. You know, we'll need them on Saturday, we'll need them on Tuesday, we'll need them the following Saturday. This month is going to be an absolute whirlwind of a month for us in terms of the fans and the players and the staff, because we'll have some good performances, we'll have some not so good performances, we'll have momentum in games, we won't have momentum in games, and then obviously people will be keeping an eye on what's going on around us. But I look at it through the lens of it's just pure excitement, and I've got 100% belief in this group of players that we're going to be really successful.
Good to hear from head coach Mike Dodds. Here's Richard Kone. Rich, business end of the season, so exciting for the fans and the players alike. How are you feeling?
Feeling good, to be fair. It's been a really hard season. The boys been exceptional throughout, and now we're last push for us to get promoted. But yeah, we're doing our best. Do whatever we have to do to get promoted, and I'm very sure, and I'm 100% confident that we get next season in that Championship League, and we'll be there.
First full season as a pro, and you're doing fantastic things in League One and top scorer across the Football League as well. How does it feel to be at this stage of the season and fighting for these things?
To be honest, personally for me, if I heard like 4 or 3 years ago that I'll be top scorer, fighting for promotion, and get so many awards, I would be like, oh, that would be amazing. And that's what's happening. That's what's happening right now. So I'm just enjoying every moment of it, because they won't last forever, but I'm just enjoying the moment right now. Trying to achieve as many targets that I've put in front of me, and trying to overcome them, and get the most of them. And the most important thing, get promoted with these lads that I've been fighting with throughout the season, and now we're at the end, and hopefully we get the job done.
Top scorer, but very much a team game, isn't it? And you're loving being part of this team, aren't you?
Yeah, 100%. Like it won't happen without my teammates, because they know me, how I play, so they always find a way to find me in the box. Wherever I am, they find me, and I do my best as well not to waste their assist as well, and score a lot of goals to help the team to get what we want.
When I'm at the training ground, I can always tell when you guys are around before I see you, because I hear laughter. You, Oods, Fred, G-Mac, the list goes on. The vibe amongst you all is very strong, isn't it?
Yeah, 100%. That togetherness is what pushed us through to this season until now. And I think like the more happy we are, we can achieve great things together. So like we do our best, whatever happen, like when we get into the training ground, we're all happy, all smiling, being training, not stressed, but be relaxed, free, enjoy your football. Like it's a great season, and we just enjoy every moment of it. So that's how we bring the happiness here, even to the games as well. So we're all happy.
I've got to talk about the Shrewsbury game just once, but 33 attempts on goal, completely dominant throughout, and it's one of those games where we just couldn't find the breakthrough. It must have been so frustrating.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's one of them nights that where you try everything. Obviously, we should have at least one, but football, that's how it is. Sometimes you dominant and you don't score, and sometimes you're not great but find the net. So yeah, we got to take it as a positive and get into Saturday.
Creating huge amounts of chances heading into Saturday, and that's, I guess, the spirit you take into that trip to Reading. Yeah,
100%. We got to take the positive. Obviously, we got to reflect on the negative as well, but we take the positive from Tuesday and bring them into Saturday, so that at least we can be more clinical and take our chances the way they come. So yeah, hopefully Saturday will be great.
And this month, it's just relentless, isn't it? Saturday, Tuesday, Saturday, kick-off times moving now because the focus at the business end, you must live for game day.
Yeah, 100%. Like, we come into training, get ready for the next one. Come into training, get ready for the next one. You gotta be, it's not like in start of the season where you can rest and think. Now it's play, reset, focus, train again, and play. So we forgot about what happened in the last game and then get ready for the next one.
Well, for our fans as well that subscribe to 442 magazine, a fantastic football publication, they've made you the EFL Player of the Season, haven't they? Which is fantastic.
Yeah, I haven't heard about them until Cesc mentioned about them that I've been chosen as League One Best Player of the Year. So, yeah, I'm really grateful for everyone that voted for me. And, yeah, all this won't happen without the fans and the players as well, the staff, the club, I would say. Yeah, thank you for everyone that voted for me, and yeah, hopefully we can get that promotion.
A great story for you and the boys so far, but we've still got the final chapter to go, so we could be even better, right?
Yeah, 100%. We got to end it right, and we will end it right. So yeah, it'll be great for us. It'll be great.
Right then, Wycombe Wanderers, short journey this Saturday heading to Reading for the early kickoff, and to find out a bit more about our opponents on the pitch, we're talking to Andy Preston, who covers Reading for Reading Today. Andy, good to see you. Thanks for joining us. How are things? How are you doing?
Yeah, very good. Thanks, Phil. Thank you for having me. It'd be nice to have a chat about on the pitch stuff rather than off field, because we all know the complex situation at Reading at the moment.
Absolutely. Well, it's always the elephant in the room, but despite everything that's gone on off the pitch, Reading on the pitch, 1 point outside the playoffs, lots to play for in the run-in, and that is a huge achievement for that set of players and the staff, isn't it?
It's a massive achievement. I think it's taken everyone by surprise just how focused the playing staff have been able to be throughout the whole saga, and that goes back a couple of years now under Ruben Sellés and now under Noel Hunt. I think a lot of people expected results to probably drop off when Sellés left, but Hunt's come in and steadied the ship really well. Then we had the January transfer window where Reading lost their top scorer, Sam Smith, and again, a lot of people probably expected results to drop off, but players have stepped up brilliantly. They kept chipping away, been on a fantastic run, putting midweek aside where they lost at Blackpool, but prior to that, been on a game run of 11 unbeaten. And yeah, we're in the playoffs for a short time now, as you alluded to, just 1 point outside.
Teams and clubs who've put up with a lot less than Reading have dropped through the trapdoor and got relegated in situations like this. How do you think they've done it? Has it been sort of a us against the world kind of mentality?
I think that definitely plays into it. I think from Noel Hunt's point of view, he's just tried to keep them as focused as possible. Obviously, all the outside noise doesn't help, but it's nearly impossible to avoid it. But the way they've been able to create that siege mentality has been amazing. I think at the start of the season, if you'd said to Reading fans that they'd be in with a chance of playoffs at this stage of the season, I think they would have bitten your hand off for this. I think a lot of us expected it to maybe not be a relegation battle as it was last season, because they do have a lot of quality in that team, although it's lacking in depth. But yeah, to be in this position is absolutely amazing. Obviously, there's some tough games to come. Obviously, with Wycombe on Saturday, another team up there fighting for promotion. But to be in this position, it's really a testament to the work they've all put in this season.
You've mentioned Sam Smith leaving in January. He scored against Wycombe for Wrexham the other week. Who's replaced his presence up top?
So it's been a young striker called Jaden Wareham, who came in from Chelsea last season. He's predominantly been used as a central striker. He's chipped in with a few goals. He's also been rotated with Kelvin Ihebashman, who had played a lot of his football out wide on the wing. But coming up through the youth ranks was always a central striker, so he's filled that role. He had a few months out injured and has been back in the last couple of months. He's not quite hit his stride as we'd seen beforehand, but there's definitely a quality player in there. And I think we've just seen generally from the rest of the team, a lot of them step up with goals from midfield. The likes of Charlie Savage and Harvey Nibbs has contributed so brilliantly again this season. Chen Campbell, who's on loan from Wolves, has really found his own in the last few months and made that spot his own on the right wing and chipped in with plenty of goals. So, yeah, although there's not been that central striker who's a 20, 25 goal a season player, there's been plenty from all over the pitch.
Yeah, Chem Campbell, a player that Wycombe fans know well, and a player we know probably even better, Lewis Wing, has got the ping from Wing for the ding, I think, as it's been now called. But he chips in as well with goals, but also driving that midfield through as well. Still a key player?
Absolutely. I think when anyone ever mentions Reading, Lewis Wing is one of the first names to come up. He's very much the metronome of Reading's team. As you said, a player that Wycombe fans know so well, and he's been absolutely fantastic. I think it's fair to say he's one of the best technical players in the league. He's got so much quality. I really think he'd be playing a division higher, to be honest. He's chipped in with plenty of goals, plenty of spectacular goals. For most of the season, the club captain, Andy Idom's been out of injury, so Lewis Wing stepped up as club captain. So he's a vital player for Reading's team and has really kept that midfield ticking.
You mentioned Lewis maybe playing a division above. You're just 1 point outside the top 6. Does the fan base have a sort of belief that if you were to get in the playoffs, you could do it?
Yeah, why not? I think there's a sense of optimism. We've seen Reading beat the likes of Wrexham this season, so why not? With everything going off the field, the saga that's been so depressing, you have to have optimism somewhere, and the fans have been absolutely amazing sticking by the team, and I think they've seen that they're capable of beating pretty much any team in this division. So, yeah, if it comes to playoffs, there's still quite a few games to go to get to that position, but if Reading do get there, then I think they've got as good a chance as anyone.
Excellent. Well, the midweek defeat, you alluded to the quality of the squad, but the lack of depth. Has that maybe caught up with them this week? A long Tuesday night trip to Blackpool, always a tough place to go. Was the lack of depth and maybe sort of this stage of the season is what contributed to that result?
Yeah, I think so. Blackpool's notoriously a tough place for Reading in recent years, and not won there for quite a while. I think going into that one, a lot of people probably saw that as a bit of a banana skin. The lack of depth you mentioned there, Tyler Binden's been out for the last couple of games, and he's been so important for Reading this season. Of course, got that move to Nottingham Forest in the January window and came back to the club on loan for the rest of the season. So it's a very inexperienced back four that have started the last couple of games. Andy Idom's just come back from injury and is really the only experienced head in there. But the likes of Michael Stickland, who's a young defender, has stepped up really well. He's shown he's got a lot of promise and will probably get a lot of game time next season. I think it's just caught up with him a bit. It is unfortunate to lose 3-0. I think it was just a poor second half. The first half was fairly even contest. But prior to that, Reading have been on a fantastic run. So hopefully they'll be able to pick that up again at the weekend.
And no doubt glad to be back at home after that long trip. What's the home form been like? Fans, you said, have played their part. Has the home form been a bit of a staple for you guys? Yeah,
absolutely. The home form's been really strong the last couple of years, really. Last year is what kept Reading in the division. And this season, again, it's been really strong. As you alluded to there, being back at home is going to be a real plus. We're expecting a big crowd at the SCL this weekend. The fans have really rallied around the club this week to push ticket sales. So hopefully it'll be a big crowd. It could be the biggest of the season. So, yeah, it's a really exciting game.
Well, all the ingredients are there for a classic. We wish you well after Saturday, of course. And good luck for everything to do with the club. And, I think on behalf of Wycombe Wanderers to all the Reading fans, we hope everything comes to a satisfactory conclusion as soon as possible.
Yeah, thank you so much. Hopefully next time we chat, we can be looking forward to an optimistic future for the club.
Wycombe Wanderers enjoyed the away day at Reading last season. Let's roll back the clock and relive the highlights from that late win. That's it for this week's show. Big 8 days coming up for the Chairboys. If you can't make it to Reading on Saturday, then don't worry, because Wanderers TV has got you covered. Come on, you Blues.